Hello, everyone. Apologies for being a few minutes late, but it is time for our weekly live. So come on in. Thank you for joining me for Relationship Communications Weekly Live. I'm thrilled that you're here with me, and for those of you that may be joining us for the first time, I'm Lisa DeToffel, and I'm the founder of Relationship Communications. It's my online community where I work with established and aspiring entrepreneurs, and today I'm going to be your host for Relationship Communications Weekly Live, which is my weekly live stream show that airs every Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you'll put that on your calendar and make plans to join us every Friday. And my goal here is to share tactical and practical information to help you get where you want to go faster than you can on your own. I've been an entrepreneur now for over 7 years, and I've made many mistakes, and I'm here to tell you I can help you move through them more quickly by sharing what I've learned through my experiences. So let me know if you're joining me live, or if you're watching this later on the replay. Do use #replay. And we are streaming in various different places. So if you're joining me today on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button or ring that bell so that you can be notified every time that I go live. So today we're going to be talking about referrals are the best clients. But before we jump into our topic for today, I do want to introduce myself. Excuse me for a little bit of a scratchy throat today. So, apologies. Let me get my slides up here. I am so sorry. Came a little bit unprepared. Sorry about that. So, back when I was a preschool teacher in 2017 and 25 years prior to that, I had dreamed of working from home. But I had been through 2 messy divorces and been a single mom twice, and it didn't seem possible at that time. I was the breadwinner for my household and a little bit scared to take that chance and go out and do anything on my own. And then in 2012, I kind of started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then in 2016, the light bulb finally went off. And that is when I could see the possibilities of my dreams coming true. However, it was not an easy task. But with my family's support, I started a training program and learned how to be a virtual assistant in 2018, which also showed me how to start my own business. By the end of that program, I had a few clients and have continued to grow my business. And now the Tiger Eye Solution team, which was established in 2021, every single year. So my life does look a whole lot different now than it did back then. I have 3 grown children, 3 grandchildren, and a business that is thriving. So if you have any questions about starting your own business, or if you're on that track to start your own business, that is wonderful. Congratulations. But if you have questions around that and would like to have a conversation, I'll be happy to have a conversation with you about that. So let's jump into our topic, why referrals are the best clients. Okay, and how to create an engine of referrals for your business. Okay, this is a really important topic. As you can imagine, bringing in, clients is very important for any business. I talk to business owners all the time, and what's funny is I'm always surprised to hear what happens. People will say, I got a new client. It was a referral. And they're kind of bummed about it. They're not really excited as they should be. Then they say, none of my efforts, my marketing, or anything of that nature has paid off because I'm only getting clients or customers through the people that I know. Hello. This is good news. It's wonderful to get referral clients. It's wonderful to get new clients through the people that you already know, okay? You want to celebrate that. Having clients and customers come to you from people that you already know is a wonderful experience. So please don't be upset or bummed out if you're posting on social media and it's not attracting the strangers, the people out there that don't know who you are or what you do, because there's a whole other layer of complexity that happens when you are hired by a stranger versus when you're hired or get a new client or customer via referral. Someone that already knows you. The stranger, they don't know you. They might not like you or like the way that you're trying to sell yourself, your product, your services, whatever it is. They might feel like that you're just trying to sell them something. The trust is not there. And it's not the same. Trust me, I know. It's just a different type of relationship, right? When you have a new client come on board that was not referred to you. So I will go into more detail about this in a few minutes, but the top level here is it is totally different when you have a new client come on board that is a total stranger that found you maybe on your social platforms or whatever, and y'all have never had a conversation before to get to know each other, versus you've got a new client that just came on board through a referral. They came into the situation or came on board with you already trusting you. That makes a lot of difference. They already trust you because they trust the person that referred them to you, right? I just got a couple of new clients in the past 2 to 3 weeks. Both came through referrals. Therefore, the trust was already there before I ever had a conversation with them. They already trusted me. They didn't know me as of yet because we had not had a conversation, but they already trusted me because they trusted the person that referred them to me, right? And that makes all the difference sometimes. It makes the client feel better about working with you as well when they come through a referral. So here's the thing. First of all, someone has to talk to them if they are a referral, right? Who knows them, who also knows you. And likely they have gushed all over that person that, they need XYZ, which is something that you offer, right? And the flip side happens too. So you're getting a little information from the referral person, but then you also get to have a conversation with that potential client who has been referred by someone you know who already likes and trusts you, right? However, if it's the stranger, coming through you from one of your social media channels, it's the total opposite, right? They have not been referred to you. They just found you on LinkedIn or Facebook or, wherever. Read your profile and think that you have something to offer them that they need. So they want to work with you. Trust me, it's a totally different situation. So be very careful when you do have those conversations with those strangers, per se, that come to you through your social media channels. Now, if you have met them at a networking event and you've had that coffee chat to get to know one another, that's totally different. But if it's just a total stranger that you've never had a conversation with, be careful, Okay. I've even thought in the past, to myself many times that, oh, it'll be different this time. I can really help them and they really need XYZ that I offer, all the things. But then it turns out to be just like the client or the customer that referred them. If they don't really know me, or if they're just a stranger that found me on my social channels, it's probably not going to work, right? I'm not going to enjoy working with them either. So you get that extra information when they are a referral from the person that already knows you, has a relationship established with you, and has a relationship established with the potential client, right? And when they are a referral, they've had time to think about you before they ever get on a conversation with you or have a conversation with you. And maybe they've checked out your website and your social channels, etc., or looked at your LinkedIn profile. So they kind of already know a little bit about you. Plus, the person that referred them to you has also shared information with them about you, right? And maybe if you even have a regular email newsletter that you send out on a regular basis, maybe the person that knows you has already shared that with them as well. Or maybe they have subscribed to your email newsletter if that's something, a freebie that you offer on your website, right? In other words, they've done their homework. They know a little bit about you before they ever get the opportunity to have a conversation with you. They know that you can do this, 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 and this. So yes, I want to work with Lisa because I know she can do my website updates. I know she can clean up my email inbox. Or I know she can post on social media for me. Or I know she can do my bookkeeping for me. Right? They can learn all that about Lisa and Tiger Eye Solution before we even have a conversation. So you go into the conversation differently. They come into the conversation with you differently because they already are thinking, oh my gosh, I know she can help me with XYZ. I want to work with her. Because number one, they were referred by someone that knows, likes, and trusts me and knows, likes, and trusts them. Right? Number two, they've done their homework. They've checked out my website. They've checked me out on social platforms, etc. So they've already built some trust towards me, and they have not even had a conversation with me yet. And they possibly, if they've gotten on my email newsletter list, they may already know that I live in South Carolina, that I have 3 kids and I have 3 grandkids. They may even know some of my personal information, right? Not just my business and professional information. So they're gonna know about me. They're gonna know, like, and trust me already before we ever have that conversation. The other thing that is nice about referrals is it's almost like they're an existing client or customer. If you've heard the expression, birds of a feather flock together, it's true. So they are referred by one of your star clients or customers who you love, or someone that you've had a relationship for quite some time, right? So you get on a call with them and you don't have to sell yourself or your services or your products. Sometimes all they want to know is, are you taking on new clients? Do you have room for a new client or customer? I'm not kidding. When clients come from referrals and you have a 30-minute consultation or discovery call, whatever you call it, with them, they may just ask you, are you taking new clients? Because I know you can do blah, 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 whatever it is they need. I would love to work with you. I would love for you to take care of this for me. Right? Sometimes it can be that simple when they already have that know, like, and trust factor built up. Because so-and-so referred you to me and they said you were amazing and I need help with my newsletter, updating my website. All the things you do for them, I'd like for you to do for me. I would love to work with you. Are you taking new clients? That could be the start of the conversation. That could be the extent of the conversation, right? And all I have to say is yes. And then maybe ask them to tell me a little bit more about their business and more of the specifics of what they need. Because yes, I have a good connection with the person that referred them. Therefore, I know they're probably going to be a good client to work with. Right? So it's a slam dunk. I get a new client. So just know that it's not hard to get clients at all. I had one person, he didn't actually hire me because sometimes they come and they think they're ready and then they're really not. They get scared, maybe because they've hired a VA in the past and did not have a good experience with them, etc. Or maybe they're not ready to take that step, or maybe I don't have room at that moment to take on a new client, whatever the case may be. Or maybe the specific thing they need help with is not something I can help them with. However, I'm going to be crystal clear with them and let them know I'd be happy to refer you to someone else who can help you with XYZ. That's not something that I do at this time. However, I do know someone else that does. Right? And I decide at that moment not to work with them. And I can decide that. Just as much as they have the right to decide they don't want to work with me in my business, I also have the right to decide I don't want to work with them either. Or their specific needs is not a good fit for me and my business. So it goes both ways. So you want to have those conversations. They are referred to you. You still need to have a conversation with them to make sure you're a good fit to work with them, okay? Put them on your email newsletter list so they can keep up with what you actually do offer and do in your business, right? They may come back to you later after they learn more about the specifics of what you do offer. And by them being able to read your newsletter on a regular basis is a great way for them to learn that, right? Then I had another situation where a person came and talked to me and said, I have been thinking about hiring a virtual assistant for about a year now. I'm ready to get started. What do we do to get started? Well, first of all, we're going to have a conversation a little bit more in depth about you and your business, and let me learn exactly what your needs are to see if we're a good fit to work together. But there's so many stories, guys, that I could share of different ways people have been referred to me, and myself and the potential client decide whether we're a good fit to work together or not. So you say, what attracts referrals? So tell me in the chat if you've ever gotten a referral customer, or if you've ever referred a customer to someone else that you know. And if you've found what I have shared so far to be the same for yourself and your business. But here's what attracts referrals. Do really good work with whatever type of work it is that you do. Okay? Now, whatever that looks like for you. Be reliable. Do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. If you say you're going to do something and you can't do it, let the client or customer know. I know I said I was going to do XYZ by the end of today, but the way my day unfolded, things kind of changed, and I wasn't able to get to it. I'll handle it tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. Don't just let it slide. The other thing you want to do is be visible. And we're going to talk about ways you can do that in just a minute. But when you get work, you're really going to want to acknowledge it. So I have a client named Megan. She emailed me yesterday and asked me, can you do this and this? And asked me a question. I didn't have a chance to email her back yesterday. So this morning, first thing, I said, hi, Megan, just wanted to let you know I got your email. I'll handle XYZ today or tomorrow, and I'll check in with you about it later this week. You want to take yourself seriously, take your clients and their needs seriously, right? Taking yourself seriously is really important to be successful. The other thing is being centered and calm. So stuff is going to happen. And when you save a client or customer from a disaster in a calm, self-centered way, it goes a long way. So really listening to what they're saying and look at it like, I'm dropping into the zone. Let me do this. Go ahead and get it completed for them, right? Like, okay, I have a problem. I need to solve it right now. You just take a deep breath. You listen to the client because things happen. Their website could go down. Newsletter could go out with mistakes in it. Things happen that may or may not be related to something I did, but you want to really be calm and centered and help them solve the issue, whatever it is. I want to talk about how to make a client attracting referral system. And it all starts with a simple success formula. So she knows a small, simple way to be visible for clients and customers. And that's really important. The other thing is going to attract referrals and your level of professionalism. So making sure your stuff looks good. Making sure you publish an email newsletter on a regular basis and make sure it looks great. If you have a website, make sure that there's no typos, all the buttons work. Keep it updated on a regular basis. And your phone, make sure your voicemail is also professional. This is what my voicemail says. Hi, this is Lisa. You have reached Tiger Eye Solution. Please leave a message at the tone and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So think about all the ways you can take care of yourself and your business. It doesn't take a lot when you work virtually. Professional headshot, if you're going to, go to in-person networking events or online networking events for that matter. But if you go to in-person networking events, make sure you have a business card with a professional headshot on it. All that shows, how that you are a true professional, right? Now, if you've been a part of my community for a while and you've done the Networking Method Launchpad, we talk about the Simple Success Formula during that training. If you haven't taken it, now is the time to sign up because it starts next week, actually, on April 15th is day one of the training. I'll talk more about that in just a moment. So here's what the Simple Success Formula is. Number one, stay in touch with the people you know. People that you like. Number two, tell them about your business in a simple and clear way. And repeat. That's all it is. So let's talk about the people you know. Past bosses, co-workers, neighbors, friends, cousins, people you know. And you don't want to prospect. You're not trying to figure out who's going to hire you. You just want everyone to know about you and your business. Think about this example. We need to get our garage light replaced. I'm not going to Google it. I'm not going to go down a list in the yellow pages. Yes, I'm old. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask friends who have garages with lights. Do you ever have your garage light repaired or replaced? I'm just going to ask them a question. That's how I'm going to do it. And that's how people are going to find you in your business as well. So you just want to keep in touch with all the people that you know. Then you want to stay in touch with them in various different ways. Through your email newsletter. Send them a card in the mail periodically. Also send them individual emails on a regular basis. I do this all the time. I do all three ways, actually, because I know it's important staying in touch with the people I know. The three individual emails, I send out 3 per day. That's the very first thing I do when I get to my office every single day. And you can do the same. Just stay in touch with the people you know. The people that already know you. They know exactly what you do, what your business is all about, what type of people you work with, etc. And the referrals will come. So relationship communications. If you're not a part of our community, I invite you to join us over on Facebook. Just put relationship communications in the search bar. Join us. We do a once a month networking mixer. Our next mixer is on April 29th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I do hope you'll put that on your calendar and make plans to join us on the 29th and network. It's online networking, of course. So come and be prepared to network with all of us that are there. Also, I spoke about the oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. My mind just went blank. The Networking Method Launchpad, From Nothing to Networking. And it starts April 15th, which is next week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You do need to sign up in order to attend. And because it takes place in a private Facebook group. So in order to be invited to that private Facebook group, you do need to sign up for it. This is where I teach methods that are tried and true. I've done them myself. Been doing them since 2018 when I first started my business. Different methods to help you grow your networking. Or if you're just starting out networking, to kind of show you how to network, to build your referrals, to build your business, etc. So I hope you'll put this on your calendar. Part 1 is April 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, it takes place in a private Facebook group, so you do have to sign up to be invited. We have prizes to give away. Part 1 is all about what is networking. Training part 2 is kind of magical because we learn how to get real about your networking. Then part 3 is we show you how to start from where you are. There'll also be homework involved, bonuses, and so much more. And I'm also going to be opening the doors to the Networking Method Academy. The 3-day free training is the Networking Method Launchpad. But during that training, I'm also going to be opening the doors to the Networking Method Academy, which is my 6-month signature course to help you make the most of your networking efforts. So I would love to have you to think about that as well. So if you're interested in signing up for the Networking Method Launchpad, I will post about it in the group today with a link so that you can sign up. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you again soon.